Hey guys, welcome to Car Question. Here's James under the Californian sun to present to you the first ever electric vehicle from Subaru, the Solterra. That vehicle is from a collaboration with Toyota, but there's a question to be asked. Does it respect the legacy, the philosophy of Subaru? That's what we'll discover together. First of all, as you can see, the look is pretty sporty. It looks ready for adventure. We can recognize the LED C-shaped light from Subaru, LED light at the back also. I really love the paint with the two-tone, the black on the top, and this unique color for Subaru, that blue. It's pretty great. It's 18 or 20 inches wheel, depending on the version you're choosing, but both of them looks pretty great. It's 8.3 inches, 210 millimeters of ground clearance. It's a bit lower than a Subaru Forester. There's one thing though that I don't like about the exterior of that vehicle. It's the cladding. It's so big and it fits well with the vehicle. It's not that. It's just in the future. Will it stay that beautiful? I don't think so. And durability is something that I'm concerned of. On the interior, we have a 12.3-inch multimedia system. It's 8 inches if you go with a base model. It's the same new software from Toyota. There's also, for the first time in the Subaru, a 360-degree camera. It's not for off-road though, it's more for parking. 7-inch LCD gauge cluster. It's pretty great, but the steering is kind of in the way. I don't see entirely the screen. Yes, you can adjust your seat, but still, it's kind of annoying. I don't like pretty much that point of the vehicle. The headspace is not that bad on the driver's side, but on the passenger side for a tall person like me, it's not ideal. I had to adjust my seat a few times to make sure that my head wasn't scratching the roof of the vehicle. Other than that, at the back, it's a near flat floor, so there's space. But again, when you're tall, your knees are kind of high. There's two 80 kilowatt motors, one at the front, one at the back. This vehicle is all-wheel drive. It's a particularity of Subaru. The BZ4X isn't all-wheel drive on the standard version. This one is. It's 215 horsepower, 248 pound-feet of torque. The battery is 72.8 kilowatt hour. It's 360 kilometers of autonomy. But let me say that thing. It was riding 400 on the cluster right here today, but we were at perfect condition. 18 degrees outside, sun in California, it has to be considered. It's sure that in the winters it won't do that. For the braking, there's an interesting feature. It's not the usual thing that you have with the pedal shift and the one pedal drive. You have the S pedal drive that doesn't stop the vehicle entirely, but it is so smooth, so you don't have to adapt necessarily to the vehicle. It's natural. The all-wheel drive can do 70-30 or 40-60 depending on the condition, but it's not something you can control. The car is doing that by himself. For the charge, you have level 1, 2, and the fast charger. In the fast charger, you can charge your vehicle 0 to 80% in approximately 1 hour. On the level 1, if you're patient, it's 50 to 77 hours. On level 2, it's 11 hours. It's not special numbers, it's pretty classic, but it's still okay. Something that's special though is that after 2 fast chargers in the same day, the car won't take a third one at full energy. Because Subaru is telling that in 10 years, the battery will still be able to charge at 90% of the full capacity. Behind the wheel, we don't feel that the steering is disconnected. Yes, the EVs, they are all the same. When you step on the accelerator, it's so powerful, but at 60 kilometers, 70 kilometers per hour, you feel that it's kind of on the end. There's 3 modes, Eco, Normal, and Power, but it doesn't affect the steering nor the suspension. It's just for the acceleration. What's interesting about that car though, the most interesting feature at my opinion, is the dual function X mode. It's pretty similar to what you see in the Forester or other Subaru products, and it's working pretty well. You have a grip control, it's like a cruise control for off-road with 5 stages between 2 and 10 kilometers per hour. You adjust it with a little button on the center console and it's doing pretty great. I really love that feature. It doesn't tow though, so don't think about that. Eyesight has a new system. It's only 1 camera. I won't explain it to you in details because it's the same features that you will be seeing in other Subaru products. The price now, it's $61,325 up to $71,725 plus option if you want to in dealers. It includes the incentive of the governments, taxes, and then 5.99% interest rate on a 60 months finance. I'm just so discouraged by the price of EV vehicles, and it doesn't reassure me toward the future. What I don't like about that vehicle is the big cladding. like I said, in the future. The autonomy is not that high, but for day-to-day, it's pretty great. You won't need more. It's not great also for the 2 fast charger only in a day. If you're doing a big trip, it's not the best. And also there's the headspace. What I like though is that there's one more choice in the Subaru lineup. The look is great even though of the cladding. It's smooth on the road, the suspension is great, the steering is great, the seats are comfortable, it holds you in off-road in any condition. You don't feel like you're going left and right because of the road. So what do you think about the Subaru Solterra? Tell us in the comment section down there below. For me, I think it's a great first electric vehicle. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you another time.